Hey everyone, Dominic here, bringing you another Ravening Report. This time we've got Saurian Ancients versus the Dwarven Hordes. This is going to be a standard 4,500 point battle. The game type we rolled up was Capture the Flags. The deployment type was Counter Thrust. Let's get started here. Here's a quick look at my list. If you want to stop here and take a big look at it, go ahead. I'll explain a little bit about what I have in the next few pictures. Still terrible, still didn't remember to get a copy of my opponent's list either, so I'll just give you a quick overview of what they have. For me though, I've got the Raptor Riders, there's 7 of them, Mixotl's Totem, I've got the Stygiosaur here with the Mystic Traveler, I've got 3 Pterodon Sentries with Firebolas, I have 24 Saurus Warriors. They have got the Crocodile Warrior upgrade and the Banner of Discipline. I've got my Quaddle here, the Army General, Master of Divination with all the spells, and the 2-up Aegis against ranged attacks. I have a unit of 23 Skink Braves. Musician, champion, or no champion, musician, standard, and banner of speed. They've got poison jabs and shields. In that unit, I've got a wizard apprentice, of druidism. I have a Taurosaur with the engine of the ancients, and I've got a Saurus veteran or Saurus warlord on an alpha carnosaur, and lastly a weapon beast up here, spearback. I do have scouts as well, but they go out in a little bit. For my opponent, he's got some Hold Guardians, and I believe he gave him the upgrade for the initiative boost. He's got some Clan Marksman with Guild-crafted handgun. In that unit, he's got an Engineer. He's got an Organ Gun, which is entrenched. He's got a Flame Cannon back here. They're both ruined up with pretty much everything that they can take. He's got a big unit of Deep Watch right here. In that unit, he's got his BSB, as well as a Thane, who is the Army's General. Next to that, he's got another unit of Clan Marksmen with Guild-crafted handguns. Both those Clan Marksman units do have shields as well. He's just got that little marker out in front. He's got a big unit of Greybeards here with another Thane in the unit. I think these guys have got sword and board set up. And he's got a Vengeance Seeker back here and 2 Gyrocopters or Gyro Bombers. I never remember which one is which. I've got some scouts that I put out here. And he also put Hatred for an Ancestral Grudge on my big unit of Saurus Warriors here. So I eventually dropped after 3 to go first. And this is going to start it off. Turn 1, Saurus Warriors. This is a Vanguard here, actually, this one here. And yeah, quick overview of the table before we get started. Like I said, I kind of just push forward here with most of my stuff. My plan was to actually focus on this Iron or Deep Watch unit here, as he does have both of his characters, and they don't like to stand up to high strength things like stomps and impact hits, and I've got that kind of all over the place. So I'm going to try and send the as many of the dinosaurs in there as I can, and just hold off on the rest of it so I can break through. Probably ignore the Hold Guardians as much as I can, and try and ignore that Greybeard unit as well while taking care of pretty much everything that's in the center. So I move these Pterodon sentries right up in front over here, just to get right close and, I guess, get in the way. Screen maybe, but besides that, that's pretty much it. We go to Magic. I do try and spark creation over here, and I believe it actually goes off, and I do 4 wounds, or maybe only 3 wounds, but either way, the Organ Gun is still around. And then we do Scrying. We do this in a bubble. Now with the guys, I forget what the upgrade is, but either way, with the three different telepathic links in this list, this manages to get most of the army inside that aura. So, and then we're gonna go into dwarves turn 1. Up here, he decides to declare a charge to get these guys out of here as well as push them into my way, essentially. I flee, and they make it back here. Everybody passes their panic checks, and yeah, that's pretty much it for charges. In a movement, he does move up his lines over here. He pushes his hold guardians up. He knows that I don't really want to fight them that much, so he's in a good position there to threaten my entire flank. The Greybeards push up as well to move around the flank, and the gyrocopters just come up to take some shots. He goes into magic. And he gets 2 up on the deep watch in the center. I did try and stop these. I just rolled absolutely terrible. I think they were both on 8s, and I think one I rolled 3 dice and one I rolled 2, and didn't stop either one. So over here in his shooting, he tries to shoot over here, even with the scrying bubble going up. He actually does terrible. Like, he rolled a mitt full of dice up here from his organ gun, and after that and the saves from, well, just him not being able to hit, I think he rolled a 6, so it was -1 to hit for that, and another -1 to hit because of the scrying, and then I had a 5-up Aegis. He only managed to kill 1 with that. He continues to do some shooting over here, tries to take shots at the Alpha, and doesn't manage any wounds, and shoots over here and picks off 2. Passes his panic check, surprising, and sticks around. Over here, this is going to be turn 2 for Saurian Ancients. We're going to clear the charge from the Taurosaur up here into those Deep Watch, and the Alpha is going to go in as well. They both make it, and we're going to go over here. So the Pterodon sentries rallied with the Feigned Flight. They actually move right up to chaff the Hold Guardians. I was pretty happy with that. The big block here continues just to move up towards the center, and the other thing I did over here, but I kind of messed up on actually, I put these skinks, or the chameleons, up to go take a couple shots at the organ gun, try and knock off some wounds. My screw up here was when these guys, my plan was I'm going to charge my next turn. I don't think he's going to charge me again, because I'll just flee. But if these guys charge in, I was hoping it would leave enough room for this Stygiasaur to charge past and go over here, and I did not leave enough room, so he's going to get stuck in my next turn. That's just a little bit of a better look at that. Over here, I move up the Weapon Beast with the 2 wounds on it to chaff the Greybeards, and we go to magic. We get Portent of Doom, and he did try and stop this, but it still goes off, so he's got a minus up here to his combat score of 3 right now. And we try to do Spark of Creation on that, I believe on the Flame Cannon this time, and he dispelled it. We do get Awaken the Beast off on the Taurosaur for those awesome Strength 7 impacts and stomps. So, put Guiding Light up onto the Alpha, and that's pretty much it. I think I don't know if I took pictures of combat or not. We fight this combat out. This one here. I do a bunch of wounds to him. I don't think he did anything back to me. And if he did, he might have only done 1. I think it did 1 to the Alpha in this turn, but either way I win. He passes his stubborn check, and we're going to fight it out again another round. So, that's what the table looks like, is we're going to go Dwarven Holds, turn 2. Up here, he's going to charge that spear back, get it out of its way. The Clan Marksmen are actually going to charge into the flank of the Alpha, as well as that Vengeance Seeker is going to charge into the flank of the Alpha. They make it. Over here, he charges into the Pterodons. I hold, and that's what the table is looking like. He goes into magic, and despite me trying again, he manages to get both of these spells off on that deep watch unit, so he's looking pretty good there. And he goes into some shooting. He does 1 wound to the Stygiosaur up here with, I think it was a clan marksman. And then he opens up the organ gun and the flame cannon and shreds 2 ranks out of that Source Warrior unit. I do pass a panic, and we're going to stick around though. In combat, he wipes out the Spearback no problem, and he just pivots on the spot. I don't know if I took pictures of it. In this combat against the Hold Guardians, wipes them out. He just stays put. And this one over here, I actually beat up on the units again. On both units this time. Tried to direct my stomps on this guy. He passed. I did cause 3 wounds to him, but he passed, I think, 2 or 3 of his saves, and he sticks around. I do win combat, but it's only by 1, and everybody's fighting it out. So this is going to be the start of turn 3 for Saurian Ancients. I decided to declare a charge here. Probably not the best thing to do. My original plan was I was just going to actually march past these guys and just get out of their arc of sight. But I was worried that something would go wrong. I'd fail my my march check or something stupid and then be stuck in a bad spot. So I decided to go and declare that charge, see if I can maybe knock off a guy or 2 and soften this unit up a little bit. And yeah. Over here, the chameleons, like I said, we charged into the clan marksman, and because I screwed up this position, I can't get into the back over here or over there, but I do have enough to go into the flank of this combat over here, so I declare that charge, makes it in, and that's kind of the rest of movement. So I move up these guys over here to march towards what's going to end up dying in my turn, those chameleons, and get closer to those war machines. I also move up this 1 unit, hoping that this will be able to do something. I'm not sure what, but either way, we're hoping. So that's what that looks like. Magic, we go scrying. We tried to do it in a bubble again, and he dispels it. And I forget what other spell we cast. But we put, took a picture of it. I think it was plus agility on something. Either way, we put guiding light from the bonus. I forget which spell it was cast. Oh yeah, it was plus 2 offense and agility on this unit, and then we put the guiding light on them as well. We fight this out. I only managed to do 2 wounds, and he beats up. He kills 4 of me. He does win, but I stick around on double minimized. So we go to this combat. He kills the chameleons. Just sort of stays where he is. In this one, I absolutely pummel that that unit again. This time, he actually declared a challenge from his unit champ in the clan marksmen that were here. So the alpha accepted. Kills him, and because of that, they also lost a rank. They break and run. These guys still hold on, or sorry, the unbreakable dude here is still sticking around, and this is going to get just slightly confusing. So he was like, I'm stubborn 10, I'll be fine, and totally forgot to roll it. So he declares this charge, and makes it in, of course. These guys rally. It's at this point I remember that he didn't actually roll this, so he rolled it very casually, like it wasn't going to make that big of a difference. Rolls a 10. I think he's only leadership 9, actually. But either way, he rolled a 10, reroll, and a 10. So we kind of quickly backtracked a little bit. This unit broke. I made him run this direction. The Taurosaur goes into the flame cannon. The Stygiosaur goes into the organ gun. We catch catch the unit, and I pivot to face over here. He still wanted to declare this charge, so he's going into that. He's also going to declare this charge up front and make that one in, and then he's going to go to magic. I don't think he got anything off this time. He's only got the 1 or 2 spells, but I stopped him both this time. He's got nothing to shoot at this turn, and he go into combat. He does kill the last 3 guys here. Actually, he killed 2 of them and ran the unit champion down. Up here, I think he won by 1. I stuck around, and to these other fights, I crushed both artillery pieces and pivot on the spot to face that Greybeard unit. Over here, he racks up, I think, 3 wounds on the Alpha this time, 3 or 2, but either way, I do a bunch of damage to him. I kill that Vengeance Seeker, and I think this is a push after everything was said and done. It was either a push or I was down by 1. Either way, that's what it looks like. And we're going to head into Saurian Ancients. So this is going to be a double charge here. The Stygiosaur in the front, the Taurosaur in the flank. Now over here, he does have a unit champion in this Greybeard unit, as well as a Thane. Or not a Thane, a Runesmith. So to avoid getting challenged out again with this guy, I decided I'm going to throw the Quaddle in there. And I'm also going to throw this unit in. I threw the Quaddle in just in case this unit doesn't make that charge, because it is a little far for them. But I'd rather have the Adept make it in there than the Quaddle, so they do make it. I let the Quaddle fail his charge because there's no way he can actually get in there. And that's pretty much it for movement. We go into magic. We do Awaken the Beast for +1 strength and armor penetration on the Saurians here. That goes off. And we also did Know Thy Enemy on I believe on the Saurians as well. Oh, sorry, no, we did this in a bubble. Yeah, because everybody was going to go first this turn. And yeah, we go into combat. This time we wipe out the Clan Marksman that charged me last time. And, well, not wipe out. Beat him and chase him down. And over here, we smash the Greybeards apart. Since these guys made it in, he's no longer steadfast. And we chase him down. Now, he did manage to kill the Alpha, unfortunately. But other than that, that's how the table looks like, as we're going to go to, I believe, turn 5 for Dwarven Holds. He didn't declare any charges. He moves these guys up in front. He did his bombing run as well, and he's going to do some shots. And I think that was it for his turn. The Hold Guardians over here pivoted on the spot and moved towards the center. Bombing run, that's pretty much it. So Saurian Ancients, we do, I think this is actually turn 5. We charge into the Clan Marksman here. He holds. These guys reform to 2 ranks wide, like so. And then I just do some little bit more positioning. Now the Saurus Warriors walked out of arc of sight of those Hold Guardians. And what I did, I wanted to get those Hold Guardians points. I figured the only thing that I can actually do is charge him with the Taurosaur. So to get him to get closer to the center, if he wants to give me those points, I'm going to use the Quaddle as bait. So we do Unerring Strike up here, and I think we do 2 wounds, and I think we also got Awaken the Beast on this unit for Strength 4 Javelins. We're going to throw over here a couple more wounds. I think I missed it by 1. I think that last one was alive with 1 wound. Either way, in his turn, he's going to charge over top of these guys into that Quaddle. I'm going to hold, and he's going to charge the rear over here, to which I'm going to flee. So I flee to right where that gyrocopter landed and caught me, which is fine. I do pass the panic check here for being destroyed, and that's going to do it for his turn. We fight this one out, and he's still sticking around. I'm actually really fluffing my attacks over here. And this is going to be turn 6 for Saurian Ancients. We're declaring that charge into the Hold Guardians. He's going to make it in. The skinks reform on the spot to face over here, doing so swiftly. And we go to magic. We get +1 strength and armor pen. We've put that last wound with shooting onto the onto that gyrocopter. We go over here. We do, I think, like 6 wounds or something like that. 5 or 6 wounds to that unit. Breaks his steadfast. He does break, and we catch him. And over here, we fight this one out. There was 4 dwarves left, and I didn't manage to kill all of them. There is 1 brave dwarf left at the end of this game, fighting that Stydiosaur, and that was at the end of his turn 6, I believe. So, really fun game. There was a lot of holy crap moments here when we played this one out. This was about a week and a half ago, so I did up the points. It was a 16-4 victory for the Saurian Ancients. So, like I said, really fun game. Look forward to the next one here. It's been a while since I did a battle report, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit rusty here. We do have a bit of an announcement, though, we'd like to bring up here. The Ravening Hordes presents Plains War, August 29th to 30th, 2020. That is going to be a tournament here we're going to have in Saskatoon. We'd like to invite anybody and everybody out to this one. We want to try and make this a decent-sized event. Last year, we think we had 22 players. We'd like to see that bumped up quite a bit. So we're going to have some more details on that coming out. We just got the date set and kind of waiting on the venue to be picked as we get some more interest. Kind of get a little bit more final numbers. So if you guys are interested, we will be posting links soon-ish to the sign-up and get some more details on that tournament coming up. So stay tuned for that. Either way, hope you guys enjoy these battles. Stay tuned for the next one.